So here we have the Mercedes-Benz C200 on a 16 plate. So I'm going to start off by showing you around the outside of the car, and then we'll hop in and run through some controls on the inside. From the outside you can see it's a four-door car with alloy wheels. We're going to start off inside the boot area of the car first of all. As we approach the back of the car you can see we have reversing sensors and plenty of boot space as well. Okay, so we're just going to work our way back around to the front of the car, and then as I mentioned we'll hop in and run through some controls on the inside of it from there. Just briefly before we climb in, I think it's well worth seeing the interior from this exterior point of view. There's plenty to run through on the dashboard, so let's hop in and we'll do that right now. Okay, now that we're inside the car, we're going to start with the dials. Over on the left-hand side, first of all, we have the speedometer and fuel gauge. On the right-hand side, the rev counter and coolant temperature gauge. In the middle, you can see the digital readout for the speedometer. You can change that information for various things, various different trip computer, bits of info, and also the total miles for this car, which is 63,999. If we back out to the steering wheel, the buttons I was just using are over here. We've got our voice activation for the phone there as well. And over on the right-hand side, we've got our stereo and phone controls, so you can answer and end phone calls from here. Behind the steering wheel, the minus and plus paddles, and then into the center, the main screen for the car. We're on the settings menu at the moment. There are obviously lots of menus available, one of which is your telephone. So you need to pair and connect your device before you can use those controls on the steering wheel. If you want to listen to your own music in the car, you can do. We've also got the radio, of course, and you'll see this car has got FM radio, DAB radio, AM radio, and internet radio as well. So if you want to listen to your own music, you can do so. There's a number of ways in which you can do that. Under the devices heading, you can see CD player, SD memory card input, USB inputs as well. You can also connect up your phone. All of the movement that I'm making on the screen, you can either do by going into the menus directly from here or using the controls down at the bottom here. So a couple of different options for controlling this screen. Also up on there, you get your full color reversing camera as well. And you can see it on there, it's got guidelines showing you what direction the car is headed in relation to the image shown on the screen. Working our way down, we have our dual zone climate control. So you can adjust the passenger temperature over here, driver temperature. You can increase and decrease the fan speed. You can determine what direction you'd like the air to be distributed in. And when you're happy with those settings, that's your air conditioning on. Same button to turn it off again, or hit auto. The car will then maintain the temperature that you've asked for by taking full control, which you can hear it doing, of the fan speed for you. You can override that manually whenever you wish to. We have some storage down here, a 12-volt charging socket, the key for the vehicle. You just need to make sure the key is in the car, and then you can press the start and stop button to start or stop the engine, of course. The controls went through just a moment ago, and with the main volume for the stereo just there. All that leaves me to say is thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you'd like to come and see the car for yourself and have a test drive, please feel free to give us a call here at Surrey Specialist Cars. We'd love to hear from you soon.